Okay, welcome to today's training brought to you by rocketmarketinghub.com. And today we're going to talk to you about how to list your business on Google for free of charge. So I'm sure that's interesting to a lot of guys and girls on here today. So I'm going to give you a quick overview. I'm going to show you how to get found on Google and how to connect with customers and how to manage that after that as well. So getting listed on Google is really simple, although it won't just happen. So lots of people build a website and then they expect Google to just find it, but we can't just guess that your website exists. So you have to let Google and the other search engines know that you're there. So the easiest way to get yourself listed on Google for free is to go to google.co.uk/business. If you're outside the UK, then go to google.com/business and you'll get exactly the same. So what this is going to allow you to do is show up on Google Plus, in the Google search results, and on Google Maps as well. So you're going to be found across the total Google network, as we said, which is really important for your business. You're going to also make it easy for your customers to get in touch. So lots of people now use mobile phones and iPads and stuff like that when they're out and about, and being listed on Google Plus just makes it easy for them to get directions to you. As you can see there, you can make a call, or possibly they want to leave a review if you're a service business as well. So it just makes it really easy for those guys to do that from their mobile device, which is exactly what you want for your customers. So getting found where your customers are online. So by getting yourself listed in Google Business, you're going to show up in their web results, which is obviously a huge part of Google's business. You're going to be seen on their social media strategy, which is Google Plus. You'll get yourself listed on Google Maps as well, which is often used for directions and integrated into like GPS on Android phones. You're going to have the correct information on there. So Google makes it really easy for you to update the information if you change your phone number or move your address, etc. So by listing yourself with your own business in Google Business account, you can have that flexibility to change that. And you can also be found on mobile devices. So Google has a huge push on mobiles because more and more people are using the internet on mobile devices now. So a lot of searches are on mobile devices, over 50% now, and that's going to continue to grow over the next few years. So it's important that you're mobile ready as well. So first thing that they're going to get you to do is to show up on the web. So as they say here, your next customer could be a click away. When you get into Google, you make it easier for people to find information about your business, including opening hours, contact information, and directions as well. So also this allows you to come up for searches that potentially people might use to find your business as well. Being found on Google Maps as well is important. So here's a search that I did for plumbers in London, and as you can see, there's a lot of plumbers in London. This is really zoomed in. There's actually thousands and thousands of plumbers in London, as you can imagine. So getting yourself on Google Maps is great. The reason being, if you're a business, particularly like a restaurant that people need to get directions to, they can use Google on their phone and find directions to where your business is. So that's really important as well. Also, people might want to look for your address to send you a letter, or you never know, they might send you some money payment, which is obviously always good. So make it easy for people to get your address and find you, obviously via GPS, but also to send you information that they might need to send you as well. You can help yourself stand out on Google Plus. So by managing your account in Google Business, you can update your Google Plus images. You can also get reviews on there and do posts, etc. as well. So standing out on Google Plus is important. Obviously, we said sharing the right information is important as well. So making sure that the information about your business is constantly up to date is really important, so people can constantly get through to you. If you change your phone number or move, it's important that you update your Google listing as well, so everybody is aware of what's going on. By being on Google Business, it allows you to be mobile ready. So many businesses, particularly small businesses, don't have mobile websites at this point. It's something that people are starting to invest in, and is important that they do that. But this is a way to be mobile ready for free. So you can have, obviously Google is already mobile ready. So by updating your information on here, people can find information on your business that will work on a tablet, will work on an iPhone, an Android phone, and a desktop computer. And also this information feeds into TomTom's sat navs and various other devices that are coming out. So wearable technology is going to be big in 2015. So that will also get benefits from pulling this data as well. So setting up is really easy. So if you go to google.com/business or .co.uk or the country that you're in /business, you basically sign in with your Google account, which you probably already have. If you have a Gmail account, a YouTube account, you're already using Google Plus, or you have Google Analytics for your business. There's so many different Google services, you most likely already have a Google account. If you don't, just quickly set one up. I'm not going to talk you through that right now because that's pretty standard stuff. And then when you log into Google Business, you'll be confronted with a page like this. So what they're looking for is to put you in a category and get you in the right section that they feel will enable you to be found correctly and use and basically give a good user experience for the users. So you need to select if you're a shop front, for example, a restaurant or retail store or a hotel, etc. If you have a service area, so if you're a plumber, pizza delivery or taxi company, that's great, fill that in as well. Or if you're a brand that is someone that can cover a huge location, then do that as well. And then basically you just follow the steps. So the steps will look slightly different depending on which category just before this you selected, but it's really straightforward. So you basically just fill out information. So here's a screenshot of when I was filling out a Google Plus page for myself. So James Nicholson, digital marketing expert, and put the website in, and then you can select the type of page and agree to the terms and conditions. And when you're doing this and you're going through this setup process, it's important that you're not lazy on it. So put things like your opening times, if you have those kind of things, because that's one of the key searches that people do. If you look for your local supermarket, for example, you'll always find on the Google predictive search, for example, Lidl in Dorking, one of the next searches will always be opening times. And people will do that for restaurants and bars and businesses and retail shops as well. So make sure you fill in that data as well as you can, because it really is making that useful for the user and also for Google to make sure that you show up on more searches. Once you've done that, Google will then guide you through setting up a Google Plus with them. So the next part that they'll ask you to do is to add a tagline. So try and think here of some key phrases that you'd want to rank for. So if you're a plumber in Dorking, you could put Dan Smith, Dorking's leading plumber, or something along those lines. So I'm a digital marketing expert, so I've put that I'm the UK's leading digital marketing expert, and that will help me rank for searches along those lines. So people are looking for digital marketing expert, then you would hope that I would be somewhere in those search results at some point. It's important to upload a profile picture. So dependent on your business, is dependent on how professional or fun that picture may be. So I'm a digital marketing expert and I deal with businesses of all shapes and sizes, but we like to have a bit of fun here. So this is just a picture of me on holiday in Thailand. I'm not particularly too fussed of being dressed up in a corporate suit or anything like that, like some people may be, but that might be right for your business. So if you're an estate agent, for example, then yeah, you do need to show a professional side, or if you're a solicitor or something along those lines. So get a profile picture that fits with your brand and your type of business. Obviously that's dependent on you. And you could be a solicitor that you sit there in your flip-flops and your shorts on the beach. But remember, this is going to be seen by your customers, not your friends. So it's very different to Facebook. Also, you need to have a cover photo. So a cover photo allows you another opportunity to sell your business And if you've got a business where you have a physical store with opening times, obviously we said that you could fill in the opening times and you could fill in the phone number and stuff like that and the address, but the cover picture is an opportunity to do that again. So you want to make it easy for people. So often for local businesses, people are looking for phone numbers and addresses and stuff like that. So it's great to get that information filled in on your cover picture as well. So that makes it easy for people to find you, and they can get the phone number or the contact information that they wanted. So it's an opportunity to sell without being too pushy. I've seen authors that offer free ebooks or and stuff like that in there, or put a promotion in there, or some people make these seasonal as well. So you can use that cover picture to get some information across to your customers. You can put your contact information in here again as well. So the contact information on here is important. So you can put your mobile phone number in there, but you don't have to necessarily make it public. So I put my mobile phone number in there, but I set it to private, so it's only available to me. But that also helps with Google verification process. So they trust you more, and they can, if you lose your login details as well, you can verify via text message and stuff like that later down the line. So it's good etiquette and a good idea to put the relevant, most useful contact information in there. Now, the next thing that they ask you to do is introduce your page. And this is a great opportunity here to write a little bit about your business and to include a story and key phrases that you want to rank for. So I obviously want to rank for digital marketing expert. So I would write details about me being the UK's leading digital marketing expert, and a little bit about products and services that I do. Another great idea here is to link off to sites that you own that are relevant to this page. So some people might have multiple businesses. So if you have a coffee shop and an estate agent, which some people I've come across do have very different types of businesses, you don't want to really link to both of those on here. You want to link to all the properties and websites that are relevant to your style of business. So I, for example, have 3 core websites that are relevant to digital marketing. I have seodesk.co.uk, I have digitalmarketingdesk.co.uk, and I have rocketmarketinghub.com. So I've linked to all of those on this, and that gives me some links that Google can follow. And also if people come across my Google Plus page or my Google Business page, they can see what my business is about, and hopefully that will drive some traffic to my site as well. So that's a great idea. And also, as I said, get keywords in there and phrases that you want to rank for as well, but don't over optimize it. Just look at 1 or 2 as well. Don't put too many. Another important thing is to verify your website. So once you put all this information in there, Google wants to know that you actually are the real owner of that site. And how you do that is you put a small snippet of code into your page, and Google will then see that you're the owner of that. So it's easy to do that. When you go to the Google Plus page, it will say verify your website, and you click verify the website and it will come up with this area here. Now you can see it says you can also email these instructions to your webmaster. So if you click on the blue email, that will open your Outlook or whatever mail program you have, and it will email your web designer or whoever you choose to email how to do that, the instructions on what they need to do to make sure you can verify that. So verified profiles obviously will get better rankings, and they will get more traffic because Google trusts them. They know that you're a legitimate business, so obviously clearly they're going to rank that higher than an unverified profile. So here's 5 tips that I would suggest implementing onto your Google Plus page to basically get some more traffic and get the most out of it. So include keywords and relevant links on your About Us page, which we covered just now. So here's a quick screenshot of my About Us page. So my introduction is I am James Nicholson, the UK's leading digital marketing expert. I run the highly successful digitalmarketingdesk.co.uk and the leading digital marketing marketing training school, Rocket Marketing marketinghub.com. You can also find more information about me on my site, james-nicholson.co.uk. So that makes it easy for people that are interested in me to click on those sites, find out a bit more information about me. Hopefully they'll purchase my products and services while they're there, but we have other ways to follow up with them once they've visited the site. So it's great to drive traffic and also gets people aware of all the products and services you offer. You also need to post often. So on Google Plus, it's similar to Facebook. You should post on there maybe once a week or at least once a month with optimized content that's relevant to the phrases that you want to rank for. And don't start putting pictures of dancing cats and dancing dogs on your page if that's not what your business is about. So if you're in digital marketing, you need to talk about SEO, you need to talk about Facebook advertising, etc. If you're just a Facebook advertising expert, then just talk about Facebook advertising and how that can benefit customers and what's happening in the industry. So here you'll see SEO book is talking about various different things that you can do to optimize your site, etc. They're not talking about like sports results or like the weather or anything like that. They're talking about relevant content that's optimized that they will want to rank for. Some of this content will start showing in the Google search results, so that's why it's important to start putting this content out. And this could be content that you've already written on your blog. You could just share it on your Google Plus. Also, you could share other people's content, so don't just always worry about writing your own content. You can share if there's a big news story on one of the big sites in your industry, you can do that. Or the big sites like BBC might have relevant content, you could share that as well. Use multimedia content. So on my Google Plus, if you have a look at that, you'll see loads and loads of multimedia content. So I prefer video to text because I feel it engages people a lot more. So you can see here that we have our Rocket TV episode showing on my page here, and that just creates engagement. People like video, they like images, and that's important that you do that. It just gives you a bit more credibility, and people just get bored of reading stuff all the time. So really focus on getting some multimedia content on there. Video is the #1 priority, and also get some images on there as well of things that you've done in your business that are relevant and interesting to people. Participate in conversations. So you should seek out people that are in your industry on Google Plus and look to have conversations with them and follow them, and hopefully some of those will follow you back. So the more participation you have, Google will see you as an active account, and it will obviously rank you higher in relevant searches and stuff like that. Always use headlines. So headlines are important. Here's a headline of a YouTube video, but it's connected to my Google Plus as well, and it's important that you look at think of the headline that someone would search for and get that sorted. So this, for example, is why you need Google Plus. It's a video that I did, a 15-minute long video, which was really successful. Lots of people watched that, and it gives you some tips on that as well. So we will link to that video in Rocket Marketing Hub when this video is uploaded there. So I hope you found that useful. So the takeaways from this are it's really quick to set up on Google Business. It used to be called Google Places or Google Local, but they've amalgamated it into one product now called Google Local Business. It's really quick, as I said. It costs you nothing, and it just ensures that you will get some Google exposure straight away. So you can get relevant information on there, opening times, promotions, phone numbers, addresses, and stuff like that. You can engage with customers. You can also have customers leaving you reviews on there as well. So you should always encourage satisfied customers to leave you reviews. They'll be more beneficial to leave a review on there than to write your testimonial that you just copy and paste onto your site. People will trust those more. Google will give you more benefits in the future as well. So take this stuff away, start working on your Google Plus, and until next time, thanks very much.